Good morning, everybody. I'm sorry, I'm on my laptop, so the video is probably super sketchy. Obviously, my laptop video camera is not as good, but I wanted to let you guys know to stay strong. And a lot of us are going to come across instances where we're challenged and we're seeing different things come at us, because when you're not following a certain lifestyle, you have to remember that it can prove really difficult once you actually start following a lifestyle change. Because before you went to family outings and things like that, and let me turn this down real quick. Watching a pretty intense movie in the background. But a lot of us don't realize that you can sometimes have difficulty when you're changing to a new lifestyle. And the reason that happens a lot of the times is because when you went to barbecues or holidays and stuff like that, those were all perfectly when you weren't trying to make sure you were eating the proper foods and things like that. I apologize, lately I haven't been online as far as videos and stuff like that. I'm super sick, so I'm working through that. I apologize. But what you have to remember is not only do you need to go to outings and make sure that you have your foods prepared, but it's extremely important that you not only have your foods prepared, but realize there is some, quote, acceptable foods. But in that same sense, you have to make sure that you don't eat too much of those acceptable foods. So a lot of the times, especially around the holidays and stuff like that, you're going to have like family gatherings and things. And a lot of the times it's important to not only have your food, but if you do eat, quote, acceptable foods, it's important that you know that you can't eat too much of them also. So, say turkey or, chicken or something like that, or meat is an easy thing for you to be able to eat in addition to, some low carb, low starch vegetables. But you have to make sure that you're not eating too much of them, because you can easily eat 1,000 calories of meat or chicken or whatever, and you have to. I'm going to lose right now. Send medicine. But so you have to make sure you don't eat too much of a good thing. Do you know what I mean? Like, moderation is always important. So you have to remember that even though you've changed your way of eating, you also have to make sure you're not eating too much of that good substance, because that's definitely excuse me. It's definitely important that you don't screw up, because in all actuality, good food is great, but like I did, halfway through my journey, I had no clue that I was eating too much good food. I was eating like a pile of broccoli like that, just rice and 4 pieces of, chicken breast, and I was like, why am I not losing weight? I'm eating everything properly, and it was still not benefiting me. It was because I was eating way too fucking much food. And if you're eating too much of something that's good for you, it's no longer good for you. And a lot of people are like, well, I could eat as much chicken as I want, or as much broccoli as I want, or whatever. No, you can't. That's part of changing your lifestyle and changing the way you eat, is knowing how much you can eat of that good thing before it turns bad, because it's very realistic that it can cause you problems in the long run. Tracy, you have a large family dinner tonight. The thing I recommend that you do. Sorry, I know I'm super nasally. I can barely breathe through my nose right now. But if you have a large family dinner tonight, and if it's your first one that you've just getting started, and maybe you're worried about what people are going to say, you don't want it to come up, you don't want people to come after you as far as attacking you with information and stuff. If you're not quite ready for that, I would recommend learning some acceptable foods. Get your portions in mind, and maybe sizing them out on your plate at home before you go. So, for example, say you're going to go, and you always know at every family gathering, you could just ask too. You could be like, hey, what's for dinner tonight? Just shoot a text to a family member or whatever, and they say it's green beans, or they say it's chicken or Brussels sprouts or whatever. Find your acceptable foods in there. I would try to stay between like 5 and 7 carbs for a dinner or something like that. Net carbs, I'm like seriously having a hard time breathing right now. So give me a second. I know that's horrible. I'm sorry. But I cannot breathe through my nose. It's getting worse right now. But I think, good morning, Gracie. I think it's important. So like say you're and a piece of chicken or a piece of protein per se is going to be about the size of a deck of cards. So roughly, if you got a cell phone, it's going to be like, this area here and about 2 cell phones thick. And that needs to be your meat, or the size of your palm and about the thickness of your palm. And you don't have to sit there all awkward, but you get a good judge of what your food's supposed to look like. Now, also, like if it's green beans or whatever, measure out some green beans at home or something like that. Put them on the plate so you know what they're supposed to look like. Because not only is meal prep extremely important with these type of things, but even more so important than meal prep is knowing your proper portions. Because if you don't know your portions, when you get there, you could potentially, especially with green beans, because that's 2.9 grams of net carbs per half a cup of cooked green beans. So if you don't know, I'll be completely honest. Like I could probably eat this entire water bottle. Sorry, my connection's messing up. I could eat that entire water bottle full of green beans, and it could be very easily, if I filled this whole up, that's probably about 2 cups. Sorry, my connection's going in and out. I apologize. About 2 cups. So if you did that, 2, 3, 6, 9, 12, you could easily get 12 carbs out of not understanding your portion control. I think it's important that you size things out before you leave and do a couple things. It's okay. A half a cup is a half a cup is a half a cup. So even if you're doing a half a cup of green beans, well, a half a cup of green beans is going to be pretty much the same thing as Brussels sprouts. So it's going to be, it could be, 4 or 5 Brussels sprouts. It's a very small amount, or approximately 15 green beans or something like that. So don't ever think that not getting your information correct before you go is important, because it really is. If you go unprepared and you don't know these things before you get there, you're going to fail. And it's important that you do. After you do this a couple times, it's going to be repetition. But the most challenging times to be able to eat right are when you're going to family outings, barbecues, holidays, birthday parties, baby showers, things like that, because those are going to be the times that challenge you. Not only are you going to have shitloads of bad food in front of you, but you also need to know your portions, because just because you're not eating cake does not mean you're eating properly. You could be like, well, I ate vegetables and I ate salad and I ate chicken. Well, how much did you fucking eat? That's a very big thing. Because if you ate 2 cups of veggies, you might as well just ate the damn cake. And no, I'm not being realistic. Don't eat the damn cake. But what I'm saying is, if you don't have your portions correct, it's just as bad as eating poorly, because this is a very specific thing as far as meal planning and stuff like that. You have to remember, it's not just can't breathe. Damn it. It's not just eating properly. It's eating the proper amounts and making sure you're prepared and things like that. If you have to, if you're worried about how much you're going to eat or whatever, bring a water bottle. Keep filling up that water bottle so you stay full the entire time, so you don't get those temptations. If you're looking at bad foods or whatever, don't let that shit bother you, man. That's going to be everywhere. You have to get used to it. Like, it's not going to go away just because you don't go to family outings. It's at the store. It's at the grocery store. It's everywhere. It's around every corner. You have to learn to say no, no matter what. You guys, I didn't mean to elaborate too much on that, but I think it's important because we all need to know I can't breathe. We all need to know I can't breathe. But I think it's important that you guys understand, that it takes effort, it takes repetition, it takes mind control. A lot of the times you're going to have to tell yourself to shut up and stop thinking those bad thoughts. I don't want to eat bad. It's not about eating bad. We all go through issues. We all go through unexpected events in life. We all go through bad things, good things, and I promise you, the closer you stay to your meal plan and your regimen, the less stress that you're actually going to experience, because you're going to have bad feelings. You're going to be like, not only did you eat bad, but now you feel bad, you feel guilty, you feel like you let yourself down. Your mood swings are all crazy because your sugars are all high, your sugars are low. All kinds of things materialize from eating poorly and not being able to follow your meal plan. I'm obviously not perfect. I've had problems with my meal plans and things have happened or whatever. We all do it. But I just want you guys to know that it's important that I'm going to have to go soon because I cannot breathe through my nose. It's making it really difficult. Like at all. But I want you guys to have a stellar day. Obviously, tomorrow is going to be. Can I ever see who's here? No, I can't see who's here. Good morning, Lizzie. I want you guys all to know that tomorrow is going to be our next weigh-in. We have, what is that, 17, I don't know how many days that is, 23 days until the next One Big Gift Hack 30-day challenge. So I hope you guys are super excited about that. If you guys have things that you want to contribute to people, as far as that's what we're going to do this time. Everybody's going to get little bits and little things or whatever. Send them to me in the mail, whether it's gift cards, money, a pair of headphones, something fitness related or exercise related, even a book. If you finish a book early that has, information, like say you bought the No Excuses book or whatever. By the way, Gracie did. She bought the No Excuses book. She bought the Positive Motivation book. She bought a couple of the books, so that's really cool. If you guys are going to spend money on Amazon for whatever it is in life, send me a message and I'll send you a link, and then I get a nice little kickback anytime you shop for anything on Amazon. It doesn't have to be this related, but as long as you use that link within 24 hours, they're only good for 24 hours. But as soon as I give you that link and you buy something on Amazon, whether it's related to us or related to whatever, I don't care if you buy a TV, a couch, or whatever, it sends a little commission to me, and it does not cost you a single dime extra. They use me, they give me a little kickback for referring service to them. So keep that in mind. But you guys can send a book. It doesn't have to be new stuff, you guys. It's not about that. Because I don't have a book here. Where's my damn book? Anyway, but an old book or a used book has the same damn information as a new book. Aside from if you took out 50 pages and wrote all crazy all over it. But honestly, I like that kind of stuff because those notations or whatever help you understand key points or whatever. So if you got a used book that you finished, whether it's like Atkins related, low carb, keto, motivational, inspirational, any of those things, send them to my home address. I'll type in my home address right here for you guys so you guys can screenshot it. Whoa. Hey. 209er. That's it. Yep. 7448 East Baseline Road, Mesa, Arizona 85209. If you guys have a really cool thing is like not everybody's super excited about certain things that do with fitness. If you have like little fitness bands, used workout equipment works really well too. It's not about the monetary amount. If you guys are going to be in the challenges, it's okay. Send me your home address because I like like to think. Sometimes I think, sometimes I don't. But if you guys can send me your home address so everybody can kind of, even if they can't contribute financially or with like a small little gift or something like that, it'd be nice to be able to send each other a letter and say, hey, good job. I'm happy for what you did because what you did is changing lives. And, and then you can put those up and feel good about what you've achieved. I don't care if it's 5 pounds. I don't care if you didn't fucking lose any weight. You didn't gain any, so you gain, the knowledge and the inspiration that's going to take you to move to the next level of your goals. So always keep that in mind. It's not necessarily about, a lot of the times, we get wrapped up in, holidays being about gifts or something like that. I guarantee you, if you showed up to a birthday party for maybe not a kid, but like somebody, and you wrote or did something really heartfelt for that person from the deepest depths of your soul, like these letters that I'm saying that you could send and challenge people that are involved in the challenge, as far as like the winners or people that didn't place or something like that. It's important that you guys all realize that that can be more impactful 90% of the time than sending somebody, a gift that maybe you didn't think about or whatever. Because we are a family and we're watching each other. We know each other here probably more so than our own family does, So a lot of the times, we're, pouring our hearts into this and stuff. So just keep in mind, even if you can't do something for another member, you can always just send a letter, and talk to them or let them know how good they did, or, how appreciative you are of, all their hard work and stuff like that. So definitely keep that in mind. I will be releasing the meal plan. I will be releasing the meal plan probably about 10 days before the challenge actually starts. So in 10 days, so right around the end of this month, it starts October 10th, I believe. If you haven't yet, go into the events section of the group, Healthy Living for a Healthy Life, and that's where you can join. The event it's only our second event. The first one was a pizza party. We're going to come up with some other events later, but if you guys can, please know that the most important thing is, as we grow, I almost am about to click over to 6,000 subscribers on YouTube, which is really, really cool. But I'm hoping to get 10,000 subscribers by Christmas, which would be really cool. I have some new, fun, and amazing things I am embarking on in my life that I will hopefully soon be able to tell everybody about. Probably wait a little while, but some really cool, fun things that I'm working on. But I want to say that if you can like, share, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, it makes a huge difference, especially when YouTube is pissed off at me and sending me all kinds of stuff, messages, because I don't know if it's because I'm cussing too much or whatever. So I've been really trying to focus on that and create really quality content for you guys. If there's ever anything you want me to cover, send me a message and I'll cover it. If I forgot, send me another message, because I get messages all the time and I'm not sure that I can exactly remember everything. So if I didn't cover it within the last week or so and you sent me a message wanting me to cover a video, please resend that later, because I will do my best to provide the information that you guys need. I am here because, well, hello, Unitopia. I think it's important that you guys get the information that you need and want from this. This channel is created for you guys. This is all about being able to be the best version of ourselves. So if we can, it's important that we answer everybody's questions and do. I can't wait to get my inspirational bracelet. Did I send you a bracelet? I know that sounds horrible, but I need to know that I got your address and everything. If you didn't send your address, send it to my messenger and I'll get you the bracelet right away. A lot of the times, and that's something else I want you guys to remember. I send out a lot of bracelets. I send about, sometimes it could be 3 a day, 5 a day, sometimes it's none, but usually about 15 a week I send out. So if you don't get them, the United States Post Office sucks sometimes and they lose stuff. So I want you guys to remember that if I sent it out, if I get your address, I usually send it out right then, because I don't have the ability to be able to bank it in my brain and actually be able to remember it later. So just keep in mind that I'm going to send it to you. If you didn't get it within the first couple days, something may have happened. It got lost. I'll resend another one. Just make sure you send me a courtesy message to let me know that it got lost or something happened. Had the hurricane. Yeah, it definitely could be delayed. So I'd just give it a few more days. Maybe if they get back on track, everything could be good to go. But that's all I wanted to cover, you guys. I just wanted to reach out to you guys. I apologize for my bad reception. But keep up the good work. Remember to spread love, not hate, and hashtag be stronger than your excuses. Peace, guys.